Well, hello, Pisces. Hello, and welcome in to your February of 2023 monthly reading. I about said two. No, you are officially in the new year, like kicking it off, all good. Hopefully you're feeling good, feeling a little better, maybe a little easier if you've been struggling with that. All the planets are direct, and they will be for a hot second here, so hopefully you feel like you can, take action or move forward or get things going or started easier than it has been previously, especially in 2022. So let's see. How is February going to treat you, Pisces? Let's just take a look, shall we? I'm going to take a look at the major theme for you, how that theme will impact you, potential challenges you may face, the potential outcome, and then, of course, what's going on just below the surface that you may not be aware of. Also, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force anything to fit that doesn't want to. So let's see. Where are we going? Pisces. Right there. All right. I like that. You have the King of Wands, the Knight of Cups. That's funny. It's similar to, Cancer. Very similar to Cancer there. The Sun is in your challenge position. All right. But the outcome energy is the 10 of Pentacles. Very interesting. And what's going on underneath it you may not be aware of, but you will be made aware of soon is the Tower. Okay. Well, this is just interesting. It's got a little bit of everything in it. It's got a little bit of everything. Interesting. Because it kind of feels like you're really stepping up here, really feeling powerful, really feeling good. The universe feels like it's answering that, but you're not seeing it because I think it's coming at the end of this Tower, and the Tower is what's like put you in a place where I'm not seeing the silver lining. I'm not seeing how I can be happy with this. This is not what I wanted. The happiness is not happening here. But the outcome energy is like, I feel like you're kind of finding it though, because you've got that 10 of Pentacles energy coming in. So interesting progression here. It all starts with this Tower though. I get the sense. This is really what's going on beneath the surface that you might be struggling a little bit with. So let's clarify, shall we? We're going to clarify all the energy in a monthly. Let's start with the elephant in the room, shall we? All right, Tower. What's up? What's up? Why are you here, Tower? Clarify the Tower for me. Why is a Tower here? Okay. The 10 of Pentacles again. The 9 of Wands. Sure. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. All right. This actually feels good. I think what's happening is you are going through a major change. It may be sudden. It is. I think it's definitely sudden. You may not have it's not sudden. How do I explain this? It's coming in like the actual switch of the change happened suddenly, but this change has not been sudden. It feels like this has been a long time coming, and it's like you knew this day was going to come. It's honestly the way it feels. Like you knew it was going to come, but it still kind of shocked you a little bit of when it happened. Like when the switch flipped on or off, that change happened. That still startled you. That still was like, ooh, whoa, wait a second. Ooh, even though I knew it was coming, that hit harder than I thought it was gonna happen, kind of thing. And so what I feel like it is opening up something for you. I get this Page of Pentacles, like there's something new coming in. We got the Knight of Cups here is bringing you something. The Page is the messenger of it. It's almost like it's bringing you something. There's a new opportunity here coming in. A new opportunity for you to learn for sure, but to really expand and to grow, I feel like out of this Tower into more of this 10 of Pentacles energy that you want, which is safety, security, stability, a happy home, like safe, secure home and family, finances are good, that kind of thing. Their messages are coming in. You're just really cautious. You've just been through a tower. It took you, I think it hit you harder than you thought, and it's put you more into this very cautious energy, very cautious approach to anything new coming in, because you're like, I don't want that tower to happen again. I don't want to go through what I just went through. So I'm going to sit here. I'm going to be very cautious and really evaluate what's coming in here, because I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy how I feel right now. So yeah. All right. So let's go to this King of Wands. I'm really intrigued to get to this one actually, but let's go. King of Wands. Clarify the King of Wands for me. Yeah. The Two of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Ooh. Ooh, the Nine of Swords. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this did not land pretty for you. It didn't. And it's put you in your head a lot. You're overthinking it. You're overanalyzing. It's like you're really taking the cautious route to like real cautious. You know, where you're like wanting to get out spreadsheets and overthink and overanalyze and live in your head, because intellectually your brain is telling you, we can't avoid this next time. We absolutely can avoid it. We just have to be incredibly proactive and do everything right and think everything through. And just, if we just make the right, perfect choices, the tower will never happen again. We'll never be caught off guard. We'll never be put in that situation again. That's just not how life works. It's a coping mechanism, you know, to be very intellectual in your head about it and to overthink it. But at the end of the day, you're doing the best you can. And you're going to make the decisions that you make because those were the right decisions for you to make at that time. And what happens after that happens, kind of thing. I mean, there's just some things we can't control. There's just people. We cannot control people. We can't control when what we want is going to show up at our doorstep, divine timing. And we can't control how it's going to show up. And we sure as shit can't control people. And it's like, it feels like you're overthinking to the point of trying to protect yourself. And I get that. It's like you're trying to protect yourself so you can brace yourself for every single possibility, versus waiting to see what happens and waiting to see what other people or the universe brings to you. You're like planning everything out to brace for it. And I think you probably know that a lot of times when that happens, it never works out the way you think it will. Even all the scenarios, this has been my experience, and I'm very heady. Like I love to overthink and live in my head. So I see you, Pisces. It's a coping mechanism, as a way to me to try to control, or a way that I can brace myself for impact, kind of thing. But if I'm really honest with myself, and I ask you just to be really honest with yourself, out of all the hundreds of scenarios that you've worked up in your mind, out of all the ways you've picked of how this could go down, how many times in your life has it actually been down those paths? And I can say very confidently that it just hasn't ever worked out the way I think everything could work out, or even all the different avenues that it could work. It just never has quite worked that way. And if I'm going to feel blindsided or a little taken aback or off guard, I'm going to feel that way regardless of how many different scenarios I've thought. So just consider that, play around with that idea a little bit, be honest with yourself about it, because that's going to help you come out of your head a little bit. And that's going to help you step into more of this King of Wands energy that's available. A little compassionate energy, understanding energy, but also it's okay to take action and to move forward, kind of thing. It's just having compassion and moving forward. And I don't like this Knight of Swords, and because what it feels like is it's reminding me of a past situation. It's what's coming in. So I'm trying to of myself, personal, of Well, I'll just tell you. Okay. That's what I'm supposed. Okay, I'll tell you. So this reminds me, this exact energy that's coming in reminds me of a personal situation I went through with my job. And I was at like peak burnout mode, and I was in a situation where I couldn't see myself out. I was overthinking every single opportunity. I just could not, every scenario, and I just could not be in this position anymore because it was taking a toll on my body. It was taking a toll on my health. It was taking a toll on my relationships, everything in my life. And I was living in this anxiety, wakeless hour. Like, what am I going to do? This has got to stop. This has just got to stop. This has just got to stop. It was almost like triage mode, to where what I did was, instead of stopping a little bit and healing or working with the anxiety and the energy that was available and getting myself in a more clear space, getting myself in a more grounded space, I didn't do that. I didn't read the signs. Nope. I just jumped in, like just headfirst into whatever other job that was available that I could get myself out of my current position. I didn't stop to think, is this something I wanted? Is this job a good fit? Do I want to be in this same department? No, I was so in this fight or flight response of anxiety of I've got to get out, I've got to get out, I've got to get out, that I didn't stop for a second to think about where I was going to. Like, I wanted to get out so bad, I was willing to take pretty much anything without even really checking in truly with myself of whether that was going to work out or not. And that's what I feel like is happening. It's like you are a little indecisive and so in your head and so overwhelmed about this tower and what's going on, and you're so cautious that you don't want to make those mistakes again, but you just want to get out of where you're at, that you may have that drive to just jump into something else just because you think it's going to alleviate the anxiety. And I will say this, in my own personal experience, it did not alleviate the anxiety. It actually, the new position I was in, it actually got worse, because it has a tendency to snowball. These things have a tendency to snowball, and I didn't once stop to take myself, okay, I need a second. I need more than a second. Before I make any major decisions, before I just jump around to try to find relief somewhere, let me just stop for a second. Let me check in with me. Let me get centered. Let me get grounded. Let me work and release some of this anxiety. Let me get clear before I make decisions. So just consider that. Just consider that. And I like the King of Wands. That energy is available here for you. Like, you can step back, step into compassion, get back to what resonates, what feels good to you. Realign yourself in order for you to move forward and in order for you to make decisions on these opportunities that may be coming in for you. Don't just jump at the first one because you have to get out of the situation. I mean, I say don't. Make your own choice. It's okay if you do. I did it. I learned a lot from it. It wasn't a mistake. Like, when I look back at that, it wasn't a mistake, even though it felt like a mistake at the time, but I learned so much about myself and about what I can run from and what I can't run from, and how important it is to be grounded and centered and to check in with yourself before you make major decisions like that for changing jobs. Although it wasn't a mistake, and eventually it led me to a path that was perfect for me, but in that moment it didn't feel perfect. So it actually had to get worse before it got better for me to wake up a little bit. So I share that with you. Take it or leave it. If it resonates, great. If it doesn't, great. It's just one of those things. That's the energy that's coming through here as the major theme for you. So let's go. Let's check out this Knight of Cups. Let's check it out. Let's see what's coming in here. Now, this is all heart. And I love heart, because you need heart when you're dealing with when your head, with anxiety and overwhelm and overthinking. You need your heart to come through, and your heart needs, consider listening to it, because that's the balance that you seek. That's the balance that just feels good, that you feel more in control and more aligned. Okay. Knight of Cups, please. Clarify the Knight of Cups. There. The Sun. So this is the Sun card twice. Once in your challenge position, but once it's not in your challenge position. It's how it's going to impact you, how these events are going to impact you. The Sun, the Three of Pentacles. Oh, thank the Lord. You're beautiful. You're going to work with it. I don't think it's going to be easy, but you're going to work with it. I feel like you're going to be cautious, yes, but you're going to open up. The universe is bringing in something beautiful for you, and new opportunities, something to learn, something that's going to resonate with your heart, that can bring in a lot of happiness. I do feel like it is going to require, though, you to really step up here, like really put yourself out there. Put yourself out there in front of people, maybe even a leadership position with the King of Wands here. Like, take that promotion. Like, it feels like a big stepping up, big leadership energy, big sharing ideas, putting yourself out there, putting yourself in front of people, leading people is really what it feels like. A lot. Like, that is like understanding and acknowledging that you have a lot to say and you have a lot to give, and you're willing to put it out there. And Temperance, I'm loving it. It's because you're working. You see how she's like blending? She has the two, cups, and she's blending things. This feels like you're getting to a point where you can balance out some of this head energy and check in more with your heart about what really resonates, and for you to start blending like a little of this and a little of that in order for you to find your path to happiness, to find a path that works. But I love the Temperance because you're not taking your heart for granted here. It's like you're not doing this all logic and reason. You're doing this, I'll take my logic and reason, but I'm going to blend it with what truly resonates. Blend it with, what does my heart have to say about this? What does the universe have to say? Like, what divine messages? What does your intuition have to say? And you're blending it. You're trying to find a pathway forward because your happiness is top priority here. Top priority, and I'm loving it. Oh, that's beautiful. Man, you're working with it. You're going to work with this energy. All right, so we're going to clarify the Sun in the challenge position. So you have the Page of Cups. Yeah, you're going to find inspiration in the most subtle ways. This happiness is not, I don't feel like it's going to be like rainbows and glitter dust and unicorn t-shirts and just like, I am so happy now, everything is glorious. No, this is going to be a subtle happiness, but it's going to be very grounded, and it's going to be very real and very authentic, because I feel like you're going to find inspiration that's going to wake your heart up a little bit in unsuspecting places, and it's going to be subtle. Thus the importance to check in with yourself and really listen to that intuition and the messages you're receiving so you won't miss it, which I don't think you're going to miss it. But do you have another card here? You do. The Ten of Cups. Oh, but it's in the challenge, but that's okay. Okay. Yeah, this has potential. The subtle inspiration, it's like the subtle messages that you're getting, you feel like are just nothing. Like, it can't amount to anything. Like, I feel, it almost feels mundane, but it's not. It's like, I just feel like going to a movie tonight by myself. Why? I don't know. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to go to a movie because I feel like it. You're not thinking it's going to bring you the most amazing happiness in the world, but when you do it and you go to the movie and you come out, you're going to notice a difference. You're going to feel better. And that means you're welcoming in, you're opening up to more energy like it to come your way. So it's like there's power in the subtleness of this. There's power in just following those little bitty inspirations or messages that you get that you think won't amount to anything, but they will amount. They are adding up, and they are amounting to something pretty damn big here. It's just, I don't think you feel like it is. Like, why would going to the movies just because I kind of feel like it make a difference in how happy I am? Because it does. It does. And you're showing yourself. You're showing up for you. It's like you're showing your heart and your intuition. I'm listening. I'm open to it. It doesn't have to be logical or reasonable, but I'm open to it. I'm listening, and I'll take action. I'll take action from that place. What's the worst can happen? I'll go to a movie. Awesome. Kind of thing. That's too many. That's too many. All right. One more for the sun. Yeah. Overall, I like it though, Pisces. I do. Right there. All right. And the Ace of Cups. You got the Knight of Cups. You got the Ace of Cups. I just keep getting the sense that it's like you don't see it this way. Like you don't see the power in small steps or new beginning energy or subtle inspirations or subtle messages. It's like you want the big billboard to just blink and be like, hey, Pisces, this, do this, this to feel this. Yay. And I think you feel like it needs to be big, like the big things to happen to get you to feel happiness or to get you to feel like your heart's open and resonating. But I'm telling you, power is in the little things here. There's heart energy, new beginning energy here, Ten of Cups energy written all over the subtleness of the Page of Cups. So just consider it. Just consider it and see how you feel. Like I said, what's the worst can happen? You feel better. Great. You feel better. You bring a scotch of joy into your life. Great. I'll take it. Probably after the 2022 you may have had, take it. No matter what form it comes in. If it feels good and it resonates and it's subtle and you're just like, why not do it? Why not? Why not, Pisces? Why not? It just might, those little bitty moments, you just never know how they're going to impact the future. All right, Ten of Pentacles. I'm loving this outcome energy, I will say. So let's see here. Ten of Pentacles. Clarify the Ten of Pentacles for me. Yeah, we got the Ace of Cups here. We got the Knight of Cups here. We got the Page of Cups here. We got the Two of Cups here. So this could be a very beautiful... Okay, yeah. This could be a beautiful partnership or relationship showing up here. One that you are very conflicted about. You're conflicted with it. You're just not so sure about it. I think it is residual energy from the Tower and this kind of wounded warrior energy of the Nine of Wands that's underneath. You're a little conflicted. You want to take the cautious route, but it's feeling mighty good. You've got the Ten of Pentacles. It has potential. This has long-term potential. And it feels good. It feels good. The Six of Wands, it feels good. Even though you're conflicted by it. Even though you're very conflicted by it, especially when the Ace of Cups is in the challenge position and then you have something like the Two of Cups shows up, like a relationship shows up. You're a little conflicted about it because it may not be the most rational thing to do. Or you just might be scared because of, like I said, what's happened here, but it feels good. It feels good. And I get the sense you're going to move forward regardless. Either way, you're moving forward. Either way, but there's a relationship showing up here. So plot twist, this just in, Pisces. This just in a relationship with some long-term potential. This relationship could also be a King of Wands coming in here. But it's speaking to you. Regardless of what this relationship is, whether it's romantic, a friendship, a business partnership, it's speaking to you. It's speaking to you, and it may be very subtle. You may think it's a friendship, like a very subtle acquaintance or friendship, but you just never know where that's going to go. You never know how that's going to turn out. Interesting, Pisces. Interesting. All right, so let's close this off and tap for you. This feels pretty good. Yep, here you go. If you're new to tapping, check out the description box below to learn more. Oh yeah, I am willing to let go. That requires you to get out your head. Which I get the sense you're doing. You're gonna realize. You can't overthink and overanalyze everything to death. I mean, you can try it. Well, it's one of those things, check in with yourself. Is it really working for you? Does it feel good? Do you feel grounded? Do you feel more in control when you do that? Or do you feel even worse after you do that? So just think about it. But I am willing to let go. The back of your card says, I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. Beautiful energy coming in here. So yes, yes. All right, Pisces, we're going to tap. We're going to start with the side of the hand. Repeat after me or sub in your own stuff as it comes up. But let's go. Whew. Even though I'm worried, even though I have all these thoughts spinning around in my head, and it feels like anxiety and overwhelm, that's okay. That's okay. I am where I am, and that's okay. And I'm also willing and open to letting go just a little bit. Even though I have some resistance to this, even though this can be scary, that's okay. It's all part of the process. And I'm still willing to let go just a little bit more. Even though this is scary, I am willing to let go. I am willing to let go. And I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them. And I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. I release myself. I am free. And I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them. And I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. I am free. I am loving and I am lovable. All is well in my world. And I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Okay. Woo. Okay, Pisces, quite an interesting reading. Sending you love and hugs. I hope this helped you. I mean, happiness can be subtle sometimes, but it's still very good. I will say that. And I'm sure I will see all of you next time. I'll talk to you later or see you later in a video. Okay, bye.